May the gods keep the wolves in the hills and the women in our beds.
Hey! Is this heaven? No. It's Iowa.
Michael Morbius. Discover who you're meant to be. The bad guy.
Well, hello, sexy monkeys. Welcome back to Sky Gene Experience. I'm Ben. Today, I'm going to be talking about the latest vampire movie, Morbius. And no, I didn't think it was that bad. A lot of people dogged on this movie. Yeah, it's not fucking great, but it's good. And not like good, but it's good. I enjoyed it from start to finish. I really did. And to start this thing off, I've never read a comic book in my life. I have no qualms for comic book people. I respect them. I enjoy people that enjoy comic books. I think comic books are great, but that's just not me. That's just not me. So I never got around to read any comics. So I don't know anything about Morbius going into this. So I represent the people that never read a comic book, but they enjoy these superhero movies, if that makes sense. So coming from that, that's why I think I'm not that disappointed, because you comic book fans, you understand really everything about Michael Morbius. So you're expecting this, you're expecting that, and that's when you get disappointed. But coming from someone like me, I just want a good vampire movie, to be honest. I just want a good fucking vampire movie. And I think they get a decently good vampire movies. You have a lot of vampire nods. I mean, they even mentioned Dracula. They joke about, does the sunlight kill you? And he's like, I'm not that kind of vampire. What was it? Holy water. They joke about that too. But there are kinks in this movie where it's like, really? Are you fucking serious? For example, when the FBI agents, Tyrese, when they first discover Morbius, the way he starts to transformation his face to that vampire, they're not fazed by it. Like, I'll be like, what the fuck are you? What the hell's going on? But no, they're just, oh, he's a vampire. Like, I know this might be a world where, Venom, Spider-Man, so they're aware of this shit, but still, I would be like, what the fuck? Especially when they see the footage of him, flying around, they're still not like, what the fuck? What's going on? Like, you're not, in real life, you would just be shocked at seeing that shit. And the way his face, his vampire face, comes together with Matt Smith, which is Milo's character, the villain, I am not a fan of the way their face looks with the vampire. It's CGI, looks like shit. It's fucking lazy in my opinion. Practical effects would have been your best bet. Just go watch Lost Boys. Prime fucking example. I think they did great with Dracula. Kept it minimal. I really did. I thought that was solid. Something that I've never really seen in a vampire movie. Yeah, we all talked about bats and shit, but in this movie they actually talk about these type of bats, these vampire bats that will literally come out at night and kill and eat any mammal that has blood in it. And we know bats don't do that. We know that, but I'm cool with them doing it in this movie because no one has really done that before. One thing I did not understand was we didn't see any of that transformation of Michael Morbius when he's on the boat in international water. He goes from strapping me down till he's a vampire, and we don't see it. It's like, really? You're gonna be that fucking lazy? Like an American Werewolf in London, you see that transformation, and that was how long ago? And you don't even show it. You don't show anything in this. Didn't understand that part. When Michael Morbius was strapped in that fucking chair on the boat just before he became a vampire, like I said a second ago, I thought we were gonna have another scene of the Hollow Man when he first did that. I thought we were gonna see all of that shit, and that's why I'm disappointed, because you literally just skipped right over it. And I think they rushed this movie. It felt rushed, and I get it, that fact that you had scenes with Spider-Man. Fucking phone. You did have scenes with Spider-Man, and I know it was a hot mess. That was all taken out, because you can tell watching this movie, it's just, there's holes here, holes there. He was, in my opinion, was way too quick for an origin story to him to become the vampire. You gotta give it a little bit more time, in my opinion. You rushed it, and it just felt rushed. Well, that's funny. The chick that's played Martine, Adria Arin. Oh god, this last name I cannot fucking pronounce. Arjona. No, I'm not even gonna try, dude. I thought this was the same chick as Isa Gonzalez, the chick that was on Ambulance. I really thought this was the same chick. Wow, that just fucking threw me a loop. Anyway, I thought she was a solid sidekick, Martine, but the fact that she, well, I'm cool with her. No, that's a spoiler. I won't give it away. But at the very end, something does happen to her where it's like, okay, you're going to be in the sequel. And I cannot wait to see what she does. I did enjoy... Goddamn phone. I did enjoy that one scene where that nurse is walking in that hallway and the lights click on, off, and saying closer and closer to her. That was fucking scary, dude. I was like, that should have been a Nightmare on Elm Street shit right there. That was amazing. When Morbius is also like flying and they do a lot of slow motion shit, I thought that was fucking dope. The whole time this movie looked good. The camera looked sharp. There's nothing wrong with that. I thought the acting was pretty good. There was no bad acting. The humor, hit or miss on the humor. Really, there's a few parts where I laugh. There's a few parts where they try to make you laugh and you're like, not that funny. It's a great origin story, though, in a way that it's your typical classic origin story with you have two long-time best friends that are pretty much brothers, and they both come up with the powers. And the power, of course, can change you. And it changes one of them to be the villain. So it's your classic good versus evil. Who's going to win? Who's going to win? So I won't say who, but I think you're all going to figure it out. But I'll leave that up to you guys to watch that. Like I said earlier, if you're like vampire movies, this gives a lot of nod to vampire movies. In the beginning, I'd say about a little bit of the beginning, when they're in that boat, that international boat, that cargo ship is actually called the Moreno. That's the last name of the director that directed 1922 Nosferatu. And similar of those movies is with Nosferatu and this movie, it was a cargo ship with dead people on it. Which, in a case, I've seen Nosferatu one time. It's been a long time, and for a 1922 movie, that scared the shit out of me.